Hey, everybody. It is the Psychic Spectrum Radio Show. I am Skip.
And I'm Sha'ron, the princess of chocolate and sparkles. Oh, JM's our
And
first one
JM's
on
there.
today.
Hey, JM, thanks.
Well,
We're
looks
working on the music.
that's the one we're going with for now anyway.
Yep.
Yeah. I tell you, this is, what day is this? This is Saturday.
Duh.
This is our Saturday night dinner.
Yeah.
Woohoo! I get to go to, I always mess it up. Where's it? Table 47?
Table 47 in Gig
I always
Harbor.
want to say something, latitude 47, but it's table 47. We've been there once. It was a nice restaurant. And you had, I believe you had that salad thing. I'm going to try that this time. It looked really good. I'm going to try it.
Any of you can join in. And so we will be there at 5 o'clock. And just look for the group. Look for us. We'll be there. Look for the group. We'll be sitting at one of the tables. You go into the restaurant, and it's off to the right when you walk in the doors, and it's a really pretty place.
Jeannie's on says, "Hola, driving to Gig Harbor now for a little shopping and cracking up reading your Facebook posties." Shoot. Well, then I guess if she's in Gig Harbor, she'll probably be there tonight.
She's going early.
Yeah, and Crystal's on. Hi, Crystal. So, well, we were talking about something. What was it?
The dinner.
Oh, the dinner thing. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that salad tonight. I can't remember the name of it, but I'm looking forward to it.
I don't remember it either. You got
I hope it's as good as what it looked when you had it last time.
Are you going to have your German chocolate beer?
No, I'm being a good girl. Yeah, I'm being a good girl. I got to watch things.
And Linda says, hi from down the street. And Terry T's with us.
I tell you, good. Well, hello to everyone. Hello to the ones that watch us on archives. So you'll be seeing this later, but hello to you. And also to the ones that are on now, because we love the feedback. Oh, Steve's on. Is it good morning still?
Hi, Steve.
Is it good morning still?
He's probably still in his PJs and slippers. So it's probably still morning for him.
It's 1 o'clock here, Steve.
Steve's in South Carolina.
I don't know where it is there. It must be later than here.
It's 4.
Well, then it's not good morning, T-Dog. Maybe he stayed up all night.
He might have just got up.
Yeah, that could be. But that's just cool if that's true. So hi to John in Tacoma and Johnny Dollar in New York. I hope you're doing well. Hello, Derek, wherever you are. And to at the track working. Oh,
that's right. That's the raceway.
Oh, is it racing?
Speedway raceway.
Well, it's a race. No wonder track. You don't know if it's morning or night. He's working.
I know.
That reminds me. You remember what you told him? Was it last week or the week before?
No.
Something about when he's done working to get up and away. I remember that. So pay attention to that tonight. Rockingham Dragway. Yeah. Ooh, that sounds important. Well, have a good time and be safe. I think we're going into a new moon, aren't we? I think it went into Pisces.
I think we're going into a full moon.
I don't think so. I don't know. I'll have to look. I don't know. I was thinking it wasn't, but maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know.
Would be the first time.
We're not mooners.
No, we're not. But also, hello to our peeps at the showcase and everyone else. I think we figured out kind of what's going on with me. I'm having reactions to chemicals again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm overdoing it on something. So
gotta quit taking all the drugs.
I had to, yeah. No, so there's no face makeup. I use
she's all natural.
There's no foundation or anything. I still put a little eye makeup on stuff, but I'm trying to figure. I'm beginning to think it might be the hair gel or the hairspray or both. I may have to switch. Mm-hmm. Maybe my body don't like it anymore or something. But anyway, I'm feeling better than I was last Wednesday, and so that's a good thing. At least I can go to dinner tonight. So that's an update on me. Anything update on you?
No, but we have a couple things to announce.
We do?
Yeah, we do our psychic showcase every Wednesday night down at the Poodle Dog Restaurant in Fife, and it is online also for people who want to join in. But we are starting another psychic showcase on a Tuesday night here in Federal Way, which is literally one exit away, but it's a long exit. It's about 2 miles from the Fife one.
That's true.
And anyhow, it's on Tuesday nights, and it's at 6:30.
No, doors open at 6, I believe.
It starts at 6:30.
I think so.
So
we made it a little later, thinking people that couldn't get off work
an hour later.
We'd have more time to get there.
The one
We're
on
going to try it.
Wednesday starts at 5:30, and the one in Tuesday in Federal Way starts at 6:30. And that's
I
an
believe so.
in-person only for now.
That's
So,
on Tuesday, yeah.
right, and
Yeah.
we'll
I mean,
see what
this
happens with that. That we
March,
might just
and
make
what day
that
is that?
online. March 25th is when that first one is
Yeah.
on
I
Tuesday
mean, we're going
night.
to try it. We may not keep it, but we're going
Yeah.
to try it. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah,
Um,
we were asked to come there and bring our event there, so we said, sure, why
well,
not?
we'll try it. Yeah. I mean, but we're going to go in just, no real big advertising, just showcase on the doors. So when you
Mhm.
walk through the doors, take a left, go down that long aisle, you'll see the gray door. It says showcase. That's us. And we'll see how it goes. They got a really good chocolate chip cookie for the ones that are in the area and want to try it out. Well, it's at Tacoma Lanes in Federal Way. They've been there forever. They're on Highway 99, so you can't miss it. It's like it's the first bowling alley past the exit of 148th,
It's
right?
the only bowling center.
That's true. But I mean, you on Highway 99, if you're coming north, you would pass 148th and keep going straight, and then
No.
yeah, it's
Well, it's
one.
not 148. It's exit 148.
The street is 348. That's the word I want.
Yes.
That's what I want. Yeah,
Yes.
340. It's past that.
It's just north of 348th, about a block.
You know where the hotel and Riley's car thing, and I think there's a
O'Reilly's.
okay, whatever. And let's see,
There's a bank there.
Hotel O'Reilly's, a bank, and then
It's just
Tacoma
a block north of 348th on Pacific Highway.
on the right
Tacoma
hand side
Lanes.
going north.
Yeah, and it's in a side room next to the lounge.
Mhm.
So it's a really nice
Yeah, we'll see
room.
how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Is that all the info?
Yes.
Well, you said you had two things.
Yeah, Tuesday and Wednesday.
Oh, I thought you meant you had two things to announce.
Tuesday and Wednesday. That was it. Two things. So that's what I announced.
Sounds fancy. I don't know how fancy it is. It's a bowling alley.
It's a nice one though.
But it's a nice
It's a
bowling
nice
alley.
place.
It is. It's a nice bowling alley.
The room we're going to be in is actually decorated really nicely.
I'll tell you, it's like going back to the movie Ocean 11. That's what I think of when I walk into that room, because it's got the rounded.
Oh yeah,
it's kind of it's a cool little thing. Yeah,
it's a classy little room.
yeah, it is. Yeah, we'll see how it goes though. But anyway,
let's say hi to Mort.
Joined in. Oh, you joined early,
and
Mort.
Debbie down in Texas. And I have to tell Debbie something.
Okay.
I figured out what's happening with the Wednesday night showcase online registrations.
Oh, let's hope.
And I have to.
While you're talking, I got to get something.
Okay, I have to do something with that. But what happens is GoDaddy sells one ticket to somebody and they shut it off because it's a weird way how they've got it set up. But anyhow, either they are going to be able to change that, or I am going to use another online listing agent for it. And then it's a whole long thing, but I have to build a little thing called a ZAP, a Z-A-P-P. And then it will work with Square, who processes our debit and credit card payments and all kinds of stuff. So I just have to do it. So it's either going to be fixed with them, or I'm going to change it to somebody else that's going to process all that stuff.
I thought you had called. We've been doing this for like 2 months.
3 months.
Okay, but didn't you the last time? Didn't they say they got it fixed? The problem was on their end.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
what happened?
They didn't have it fixed
because apparently, I mean, I'm trying to go with the flow. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'm doing it, but I'm trying because I'm getting upset. But anyway, one thing I'm looking at, I got my dream books out, Debbie, because I saw that where you said you had a dream that had it said park the trailer on the side of the road, and then a basketball was flung out the front door. And I was going to look it up, and I thought, well, I haven't had time yet. So now we're on air. I'm going to see if I can figure it out because I want to know what that means.
Okay.
So while you're talking,
what do I need to say?
Well, I mean, over the time, I will look it up. I won't do it now.
Yeah. Okay.
But I mean, I'm going to look it up. So we'll see if we can figure that one out. That would be fun. So on that note, let's go to the housekeeping.
Yes. You want to start with your stones?
Well, first the day. Today is a 2-day. It's been a while since we had a 2-day.
Yep.
Today.
Today. It's today.
But today is dealing with relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah, on all levels. That's relationship with your spouse, your significant other, your parents, your children, money, your bank account, the world, how yourself, how, I mean, it can be a rough day or it could be a really cool day. That's however you want to think about it.
Yeah.
And what you're dealing with. And then, think about what you're dealing with now. Next week starts on the 14th, Mercury retrograde.
Yeah.
So get all your relationship things all figured out and in order before the 14th, because the 14th, I believe it is April 6th, or I think it's the 6th or 7th. I think it's the 6th. It goes forward again. So then we can move on. But
All right.
I just wanted to get that out of the way. And also, I guess starting tonight, it's daylight savings time, at least here in Washington. I don't know how the other states are. But so we're going to lose an hour's sleep tonight. Yeah. That's rough because I love sleep. But I'm
already tired.
Yeah, I know.
I'm still not caught up.
But don't forget to turn your clocks back. So, and we already talked about the Saturday night dinner. So we'll go right on to the stone. Now,
I got pictures.
I thought, since this is a good day to kind of move forward, just start moving forward. We can't be stagnant. We can't just live in all our drudges. I think we need to take a deep breath, fix what we got, what we can fix, try to live with what we can't, like I can with this stupid thing going on Sunday night. Go with the flow, but kind of try to move on. So I picked 2 stones that I thought working together would help us do that. So the first one is rhodolite.
Rhodonite.
Whatever.
There is a rhodolite.
Rhodonite.
But there's a rhodonite.
Yeah. Well, my tongue don't work. Anyways, the pink and black one. Isn't that pretty? I love it. It's a pretty rosy colored, light pinkish with black going through it. But that reminds us to accept and forgive and have the forgiveness ability to accept. Did that make sense to you?
Yeah.
So we have to have the ability to accept forgiveness and forgive what has happened. But the grounding, which is the black part of that stone, helps us not get caught up in wondering what if and why when we don't have access to the information. So forgiving and getting over it doesn't mean you go back and let them do it again. You kind of learn from it, but you may never understand it, but you move on. Hence the move on stone. Mm-hmm. The one I want to put with it is snowflake obsidian. Well, I love snowflake obsidian.
I just happen to have a picture of snowflake obsidian.
Oh my Lord. It's a black stone with whitish specks in it that look like snowflakes, which is why they call it snowflake obsidian. And
that's cool. Look at that.
Yeah, I know. It's a cool stone. It brings in balance for getting through the dark and the light moments in life. So if you take that stone, place it with the rhodonite, that helps you release and forgive, and move on, because you may never know why. It brings some happiness to your life and gives you the ability to move forward and not stuck in that little area that we all don't like to get stuck in.
Do we have any of that snowflake obsidian?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. It's in my little thing. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Snowflake obsidian, which, this is a 2-day. It's also good for relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're working on a relationship, wanting it to grow or figure it out or get away from, that's a good stone to carry in your pocket.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What else you got? You got to have your... Anything
That's it.
else?
Oh, the affirmation. Yes. The affirmation for today is, I balance the process. That sounds good, but that's not what I wrote. I believe in the process and the perfect timing of God and the universe. With those 2 stones, that's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Yep. That's it. You ready for the cards?
The cards.
Card of the day.
Yeah, let's do this.
Okay.
I shuffled them up already this morning.
Oh, did you?
But the
Okay.
card that we chose on Tuesday for Tuesday
I
to
always like you to
today
shuffle so I can see it, but that's okay.
was missed opportunities. Okay, and watch your health. Light things with health. Light,
Mhm.
in other words, not such heavy things happening, but little things happening or affecting you.
Which it
But
did on Wednesday.
missed opportunities coming back around again. Do
Mm.
over. Period. So we're through
Now,
that now.
missed opportunities and do over that, either it didn't work out so well, or you're going to get a chance to do it differently,
Yeah.
or you didn't take advantage of it, and it's going to come around so you can do it over and maybe take advantage of it, right?
Yeah.
Either way, it's good, right? Mercury retrograde's not necessarily bad. It's just sometimes they can be rough, which they have been lately, and sometimes they can be not so rough. But I always say buckle your seatbelt and get ready for the ride, because it's going to be like a roller coaster.
So
Because things you didn't think you'd have to deal with again, or people that you didn't think you'd ever see again, or people that were like those people, or situations like the ones that you had, they all might come forward again, and you're going to have to deal with them. So
Pick a
it's a
card.
redo time. So make it count this time. Do it the way you wish you'd done it last time.
Pick a card. We'll see what our
If it
theme
works
is
that
between
way.
today and next Tuesday.
There you go.
Okay. We get to be very focused on
Ah,
things. Get into the details of things. Be very focused. Get them finished. Get them put into place and
Yep.
that kind of thing. So just it's about being focused.
Well, see, and that's part of moving forward.
Yeah.
Don't be in that stagnant, stuck in the why or how come or what if. Just say screw it. It
Yeah.
is what it is. Be fluid and move with it.
Yeah.
That's all you can do.
And that's also part of that is being focused is we're having a time change. We're losing an
Yes.
hour. You got to get used to that and how it affects people physically and mentally.
Yeah.
It does have both.
It does.
Plus, we're going into some kind of a moon cycle.
Yeah. What
and
was it?
and it's all right. But anyhow, it's about being focused.
Debbie can
It's going
tell
to
us
be a
the
little
moon
bit
cycle.
hard or a little bit more effort to put in.
Well, and Debbie,
on
if you
focusing.
would, Debbie, if you could tell us what the moon phase is that we just are having and what it represents and what it affects, that would be great. I'd appreciate that, because Debbie's an astrologer. She's been there for 50 some years, astrology. The woman's smart in that department. You know what I mean? So, yeah, we're going through some stuff. And
Yeah.
we just heard on the news today, and I knew it already. I heard that before, that when we lose an hour, our bodies go through some stuff, and it can affect you. It can make you have heart attacks. You're not quite awake. I mean, I've never been around anybody that had a heart attack from losing an hour, but I'm sure it happens, because there's actual evidence of it and statistics. So it's a total lunar eclipse. That's what it is. Okay, I was thinking it was like a sliver, but it's a total eclipse.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's in Pisces, I think. I think that's what I read. Not sure. But anyhow.
Did we say hi to Vicky?
No, we haven't said hi to everybody.
She's on.
Well, yes, we have, except for Vicky and Debbie. Yeah.
Vicky's on from Hawaii.
Alaho. Alaho. That's the cousin to Aloha.
I wonder if Spanish and island people, in this case Hawaiian, have any relation in history. Because aloha, if you said it backwards, ahola. Remember in
Okay.
Spanish they say hola?
Yeah.
Okay. HOLA.
I don't know. Vicky would know that probably better than we do.
Probably not.
I don't know. You could have, well, I don't know. Did Spaniards go to Hawaii when they found all these great places? I don't know.
Me.
I don't know. Some white men went there and brought all the viruses and stuff that affected all the natives. And
We'll blame that on the French.
You blame everything on the French. Debbie says it went to see. Oh, it went
Venus went
total eclipse and
retrograde.
Venus went retrograde at the beginning of the month, affecting relationships and money. Yeah, okay. Well, there's another reason to start moving it forward and quit trying to figure it out and just move on with it, you know? So Debbie had this dream. Correct me if I'm wrong, Debbie, but I think you said you heard park the trailer on the side of the road. And then there was a basketball flung out the door, if I remember right. So let's try to figure out what that means. Now, I'm going to have to move some stuff to do that. Okay.
You want the light on?
No. So if we look at the word park, because you got to tear the dream apart. So if you look at the word park,
yeah, okay, there we have it. Park.
It constitutes a place or time of respite. What the heck is that?
Respite.
Okay.
Resting.
So it's telling you, you know, it's like you've been on the move for a long time. You've been going different places and different things. You've been in that trailer for a long time. So they're telling you to park it on the side of the road. Now, if we look at the word side, if I can quickly. Side. Where is it? I know it's here somewhere. Or not. Okay, they're not giving it to me. Okay, let's look at the road. I'll go back and try to find that later. Maybe it's in the other book. So let's look at the word road.
Debbie says the eclipse is in Virgo, but it's directly across from the sign of Pisces. So, and that's on the 13th to 14th.
So the road corresponds with one's life path, either currently or one that is being advised. Recall surrounding dreamscape details for further clarification. So depending what was around the trailer or where you stopped on the side of the road would probably give you more clarification. So if you can tell me that, we can look it up. Now let's go to basketball. I'm curious.
I think she just heard park the trailer.
Yes, she did, on the side of the road.
So I don't know if she would
she heard
see
the word
what's
park
on
the
the side of the road.
Well, I don't know. You'll have to ask her.
It's okay, Debbie, type it in. I want to say hi to Kathy. She's joined in with us.
Okay.
Kathy,
all right. Well,
Kathy Boyce is joined in again. And I want to remind you guys, share this video on whatever platform you're on. Just click share. Now,
weird?
do it now.
They're not giving me basketball. So let's look in the other book.
Basketball. Anyhow,
let's look in the other book. Keep on talking.
While she's doing that, what was I going to say?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, our Talking to the Other Side event that we do on the first Saturday of every month. Lady asked us about that last night. What it was. So I just want to clarify it. That one is an in-person event only. And what we do is it starts at 2:00 and it goes until 7. And we go around the room 2-3 times, but we talk to whoever's passed over that wants to communicate with you. We also tell you the things that we pick up psychically on you, and what we see is out there for you. So it's kind of like a combination reading of the two different types of readings all in one, but it's not a full reading. It's just a partial reading. And it's a quick thing that we go around. And this last month or last Saturday is actually when we did it. She said, look up camping trailers. There was lots of tall trees.
That's what I thought.
But okay. There was no room left in the room, in the place. We had 2 people who walked in, and luckily they got the 2 seats that were there. And so
two people didn't show.
We tell people we have to turn you away if the room is at capacity, which it has been now for whatever months long. But we're saying is go online and pre-purchase your tickets. It guarantees your seat. Otherwise, you could be turned away. And this person has heard us say this probably 1,000 times, but she just decided to come, and she walked in with a friend, and
it worked out.
They got the seat, but because 2 people canceled. But go online, pre-purchase it. It guarantees your seat, and then it's the only way you're going to be guaranteed a seat. I hate to say it that way, but it's on our website. It explains it. It's like pre-purchase your tickets, and the reason why is because seating is limited according to the management of the place we're at the Poodle Dog, and that's because of the fire marshal in Fife, Washington,
Yeah.
being very and he wants to enforce the fire codes on public places.
Yeah, and we can't argue with that. We can't.
Mm-mm. So anyhow, we like doing it. We're going to do it for 5 hours straight. You can come and go. Well, you can go at any time you want. If you paid for your seat, you probably need to be there at the start. But you can go anytime you want after you receive your messages and ask your questions
What's
and
another
things.
word for camping trailer?
RV,
RV.
recreational vehicle.
Recreational. Yeah, let me look at it that way because
So-
I'm not finding camping trailer. Is there any questions out there? You can start with questions.
No, there's no questions. No.
Here we go.
Oh, you got it.
Okay, so the recreational vehicle, RV trailer, usually indicates a timeout for one's work, a needed pause for so it's telling you to park that timeout on the side of the road. It's time to get back to work, astrology wise. She needs to get back into her stuff. That's interesting. And then the trees.
And what was throw out the basketball?
Well, hang on.
Get rid of the basketball or
No,
something?
I'll get to that. I'll get to that. Let me look up trees because I'm here in the actual T category.
Trees represent our spiritual growth and our connection to nature. Right?
A tree symbolizes life force, living gifts, and natural talents, which she's surrounded with a lot of natural talent, and it's time to kind of park what you've been doing and get back into what you're supposed to be doing. I like that. I do. I like that. Now, the basketball. The basketball. Seeking and obtaining goals with the cooperation of others, emphasis on teamwork, might also symbolize the blocking and thwarting efforts made by you, your teammates, or by others. It could indicate that you or aspects of you are standing in the way of your own progress. So it's throwing it out the front door. So it's saying that it feels to me, after I've read all those things, that you have put things, prioritize things. Maybe you thought you had to, and maybe you did, in front of what you came in to do. And now it's time. Things have kind of settled down. Things are more able to not have to keep going from place to place to place. There's a stabilization going on, and they're telling you to park that on the side of the road. Don't give up on it. Don't not pay attention to it, but don't be afraid to put that behind and put what you're supposed to be doing in this life in the forefront, because now they're giving her time to do that. So it's time for you to maybe quit stepping in front of yourself and saying, I want to do this, but I can't because of this, or wondering if I can do this because something like this might happen.
It's priorities.
They're kind of giving her, they're wanting you to prioritize what you think you have to do on a daily basis, because I think in the beginning, especially with Chuck, it was kind of a roller coaster, but he's kind of stabilized out, and she's made a new life for herself. And now I think they're telling you it's okay. You can't forget about it. It's still there. It's parked on the side of the road. The life path is still has that issue involved in your life path, but you can take a break and start doing what you came in to do and love to do.
So what did the basketball mean?
That was her trying to throw out the roadblock she's putting in front of herself, get rid of what she thinks is stopping her from doing what she wants to do, because it doesn't need to be that way anymore. That's what, that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
And, it's like it's like the game of life, and for a while, she did what she had to do. Think of all the stuff in her daily updates where she said, I had to go here, I had to go there. So she was kind of on the move all the time, like in a travel trailer,
Yeah.
So they're saying, okay, we're giving you a break, park it on the side of the road and stay for a while, tune into your higher self, pay attention to what it is you're wanting to do. That may be why her astrology classes haven't worked, because it wasn't time. Now they're saying it's time. So I'm thinking probably whatever you start to put together or put out there now is going to have a better chance of coming to be than it has in the past.
Yeah.
Because they've got you in the place where they want you. They got Chuck in a place where he can do things now. He's not okay, but he's in better health.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that's kind of a cool dream, actually. If
Yeah.
you pay attention to it, you know. And now maybe you need to say, okay, give me a dream of how I do that. Maybe they'll help you out there. I don't know.
Okay. I have to. We
But
have.
it's like she could take a breather. They're giving her permission to sit down, take a deep breath, and know everything's going to be okay for a while.
Yes.
You know, and for a long while, and she can now focus her attention on what she really should be trying to do, her life path.
Okay. We got a couple questions
Okay.
from Terry. Terry T.
Okay.
I want to know, Terry, what city do you live in? It helps me zero in on things, to know where people are at. It just makes it a little easier for me. Debbie says that makes perfect sense in the timing of things that are happening. Good.
I love it when they give you confirmation, even in dream state.
Mm-hmm.
And then all you got to do is put it together.
Okay, we got a question from Linda. I'll put it on the screen.
Okay.
My oldest son, David, is planning on moving to Florida to be near his father. Do you see him doing it?
Moving within the year.
I'm going to say that right now it stands at about 55. Huh?
I was going to say 50-50.
I was going to say 55-45 that he will
I
this
think
year.
There's either something he's got to do or something his dad's got to do. It's like a hoop has to be jumped from one of them or both before that can happen.
Well, I think it's that David needs to really think about this.
Yeah.
But if that's what's holding him back, is he's not sure. And because if he does, and I'm going to say this, I think he might end up wishing he hadn't done it.
But if he doesn't do it, he'll never know.
Right.
This is a relationship thing.
Right.
So if he goes down there, if in his mind he says, I'm going down there for this, this, and this. If this doesn't work, at least I know I tried and I know the answer and I can come back.
Mm-hmm.
If he don't go, he's always going to wonder.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look at it like a vacation. Move down there. If it works, great. If it don't, come back.
Yep.
I don't think I would be afraid to try it. So maybe what the hurdle is his own fear of what's going to happen when he gets there.
She says his dad is ill.
Okay. Then I definitely, whether it's a vacation or extended stay, I think he should go to finalize some unsolved issues that in his mind, I think he could solve by going down there.
Yeah.
Or at least attempt to solve them. If his dad won't explain it or won't answer him, he can go away knowing he tried.
Yeah. Let's do Terry's question.
Okay.
She says, I have a question. Do you see me moving into my own place soon? Specific months appreciated. Terry, I'm going to tell you this. You've already missed some opportunities to go. You could have done this, and it might have been a little harder to do it if you had already done it, but you could have already been into your own place. The effort, there's something holding you back, which to me, I think is that you want it to be smooth and almost effortless. But I'm going to say this, if you keep waiting for that to happen, it's going to take you probably another year and a half. And you need to figure out that if I go, I might just skate by on the rent every month, or I have to go a little further out than I want to be, or whatever the case is. It's to me, it's like if you want to go, you can pull it off. And by the word soon to me means in about 2 to 3 months. So in this case, so I'm saying, yes, you could go in the next 2 to 3 months, but you're going to have to give up a little bit of something to get what you want. And it'll work out in the end. It'll kind of change around. It might be let's say I might be just skating by on the rent now, but that will change in probably about 6 to 8 months for you. It's the way it looks like. What do you say?
I kind of agree with you, but it's like I would need to really sit down and see the pros and cons, write down the pros and cons, and see what's holding me back from having done it already.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's some question or some feeling of that's holding her back. But I also think, like you, I think you may have to not get everything you're wanting in the beginning. Doesn't mean where you go, you have to stay forever, but it's your first baby step getting out on your own. And then in about a year and a half, I think you can move again to more of what you're wanting. So I think it's feasible to do in the next 3 to 6 months if she really wants to move. But
Yeah.
there's something is keeping her from moving. And you need to realize what that is and then deal with it.
You can pull the trigger on it pretty much anytime you want, but I'd say within the next 2 to 3 months. Hi, V. And Spencer is with us.
Mhm.
V joined in too from Delaware.
Mhm.
Okay, so Spencer, this is a good one. I got to put it on the screen. What the heck is going on? February 1st, car accident. February 20th, slipped and tweaked my knee. February 26th, surgery. Recovering
Good.
okay. March 7th, tripped and smashed my ribs. Are my guardian angels on smoke break or what the heck? Are Karen and I ever going to get to the Poodle Dog to see you guys?
That's not funny, but it is kind of the way you said that.
It's comical.
Yeah, it's comical. Yeah.
Oh, and Chandra joined in.
Well, things do happen in threes. Excuse me. Things do happen in threes, so hopefully you're done with everything. Maybe they're trying to get your attention for something, or what are you not paying attention to? Your health, or you're going too fast, you need to slow down. There could be any of those things, but things generally happen in threes. I'm thinking you might get a break here. You might get a break. I don't think your guardian angels are on smoke break. I think it would have been a lot worse if your guardian angels hadn't been there helping you. So you should thank them for that.
What is it? It's like I keep seeing you like you're.
He isn't focusing.
He can't because it's a physical thing. If you turn your head quick or in your body at the same time and you're turning your head quicker, do you get a little bit of a dizzy spot there just for a second, Spencer? Just answer that, then I'll tell you the rest what I get from there.
Okay.
So that's terrible.
Well,
There's
what
a
I'm
lot
saying.
of things
He's
wrong.
not paying attention.
Well, I
mean,
think
there's
he's
something
not
going on.
because he
And he's
can't.
not connecting the two.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it does happen in three. So hopefully he's done.
Yeah.
If not, then I'd say we got to look into that.
He said, not really. That's not
Okay.
what's happening. Okay. Do this. Consider, okay, go to a chiropractor and have him work on your neck. And I'm going to say that this will change the way you are physically able to move your feet, your legs, whatever. And it's a slight adjustment a few times and you're done. And if it's not covered by your insurance, and if you're on Medicaid or not Medicaid, Medicare, you can go and there's chiropractors who will accept Medicare.
But we're not doctors.
Completely.
We can't prescribe.
We're not doctors, can't diagnose, can't prescribe.
Because I don't totally agree with you. I think he's got a lot going on. He's not focusing, and I think it's like he's rushing. He's not taking things in a slower way.
Could be. That could be both.
And that could be some of the message. It could be slow down and smell the roses.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like he's playing catch up all the time.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like to me.
Okay, and here's one from Wendy. You read it.
Considering taking a class the end of May, have to drive 5 hours, board my dog, and purchase a hotel room for several days. A significant expense. I want to know if Spirit recommends. Well, I'm going to tell you two things. One, as far as Spirit goes, that's free will and free choice. You have found this class, and he'll say it's up to you whether you want to do it or not. I think you already know what you're going to learn. Myself, it's just you fine tuning it. On the other half, me, my own hit, not psychic, but me. If you got to work that hard to get to it, is it really worth it? Because maybe it's not the one for you.
Okay.
What do you get?
Well, if I want to know if spirit recommends, no.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm going to tell you is, I'll put it in simple terms. There's not enough bang for the buck.
She already knows it.
Yeah.
Seriously, I think when you get done with that class, you're going to say, I could have sleepwalked this class. I already know it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a lot of money to put out. You know, if that was me, I'd wait till something's closer. If you really want to take a class of what that's about, I would wait till something comes closer to me that I wouldn't have to drive 5 hours, board my dogs, and purchase a hotel room for several days on top of whatever the class is charging.
Yeah.
I would sit down and write the pros and cons again. I love pros and cons. I really do. And then I would look at reviews of other people that have taken that class and what they thought of it.
Unless you want to just go and have a little vacation and learn a few things and realize that I already knew most of
Yeah.
this.
But think about the expense that you're doing to say that.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's your call, obviously,
Free
but
will, free choice.
if it
That's
were
right.
me, I'd say, nah, I'll wait for something closer or better.
I would think why that even came up in my visibility. You know, what was I doing? Who was I around that even got me to think about that or brought it into my where I could see it?
Read that one.
Ah,
She says, I know you are right.
well, and you know, I think you need to sit down, look at yourself in a mirror, and say, why don't you think I'm good enough to know I already can do this?
Yeah.
Because you can. Trust yourself, trust your instincts, trust the process. One of my pet peeves, and I may get hate letters here, but I don't care. One of my pet peeves is people that try to make you think I can teach you something. I can teach. Yes, there are, read a book. There are books out there that are very good self-help that are a lot cheaper than you going and listening to somebody and trying them to show you what you already know. I'm not for classes that cost $1,500, $2,000 to take a class on something, because to me that's not coming from spirit. Oh, I'm going to get letters.
Probably.
But I'm seriously. I mean, not okay. I'm going out on a limb. I know they have bills.
Get ready to cut it
I
off.
know they have bills, and I know they got to pay the large venues, and they got to pay the staff, and they got to pay travel and hotel rooms and all this stuff. I also know that if you're big enough, you can get deals, because I know this Henry Tyler's coming to Seattle.
Oh God, yeah.
I hear he's good. I don't know. I've never seen him in action. Okay.
Yeah.
He's 29 now. I think he became famous when he was 18 or something, which is cool. And I'm sure he has the gift. But I don't know because I haven't seen him. But he's going to be here. And I looked out, what the tickets are. They go from 118 to I saw it's where it could go up to 497 or whatever. Now that in itself, if he hits you and gives you information, okay.
Mm-hmm.
His show lasts from 90 to 105 minutes.
They specifically 105, huh?
That's what it said. 90 to 105 minutes. Now, if you have 100 to 500 people at a venue, there's no way in hell he can hit everybody. We know that. Yeah. And that money will pay for the expense of the trip, give him so he has money to live on, and pay for the staff and yada, yada, yada. Okay. I get it. But
there's other ways.
Anybody that has to have that, that's 90 to 100 minutes, Skip. We charge $35 for two of us for 5 hours.
Yeah.
That's 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
That's 300 minutes.
Yeah. And we cover everybody.
And we cover everybody because we keep the venue small.
Sometimes 3 times.
We don't do 100 people.
No.
I will say we've gone to expos where they had us do 500 people.
Yeah.
We didn't get the money from it. The people who put on the fair did. We just got our booth for free.
Yeah.
So we didn't create abundance for us. And there's no way in heck we could have hit all those people. And we were there for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Because usually those are like an hour and a half. So that's one of my pet peeves. I mean, bless the people that have the gift, bless the people that can help people. And I know when you go out in the big world, you're going to have big venues, and the ones that get a message, that's great. I couldn't sleep at night if I took that kind of money from hundreds of people and didn't give them anything in return.
Right.
That's just me. So, I mean, I guess you got to keep it in perspective.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have that ability, or nobody in your family has that ability, I guess you're at a loss. Maybe you got to go to that. I don't know. I don't know. That's just me. And I'm not saying he isn't good and he hasn't got a message. I'm not saying that. I believe he does. Teresa Caputo, I heard she got caught putting a thing in her ear and people told her stuff. So yeah. I don't know about that one, Debbie, but I think on some level she probably has it too. And then she probably got caught up in the high mucky mucka stuff.
Like Sylvia Brown, her
had
life became about going around supporting her churches.
Well, Sylvia
to keep
Brown
them alive.
had it too until she got too big for her britches.
Right.
And then they said that's enough. She started writing books. She had all these churches. And you can go online and Google Sylvia Brown and see how many times she was accurate.
Mm-hmm.
I think in the beginning, her first book, I think it was good. And I think she had the gift. I really do. I think as she got out in the big world and she had to do what she had to do to promote herself and to pay the bills, I think it just got to be too much. And I'm worried about these people. I know John Edwards is legit. James Van Prague is legit.
Sure.
I'm giving Henry Tyler the benefit of the doubt because I've never watched him or been to one of his events, but I've heard things back that I agree. I'm not sold on Teresa Caputo. I'm sorry, I'm not. And I've been chastised for that, for saying I'm judgmental and everything else. But, if you can't prove it to me or my gut's telling me something else, I'm going to listen to my gut. So that's just me. I'll get off the bandwagon.
Good.
But I don't think you should have to pay exorbitant amounts for a class.
Nope.
It just doesn't, unless that's how they're making their living. Which, if that is how they're doing it, and they get away with it, good for them. I couldn't sleep with myself. No. That's all I'm saying.
There's a certain thing in there that it kind of borders on ethics, but it also borders on somebody's moral character. Is I can charge you $100 to fix the brakes on your car, or I can charge you $500 and go out to dinner and go out to dinner and have 10 people buy tickets to watch me do it so they can see how it works.
I'm not saying you should give it away. There has to be an exchange.
There's a song about that.
It's not always a monetary exchange, but there has to be some kind of exchange.
Did you remember the song about that?
No, I don't remember the song.
Give it away, give it away, give it away, give it away. No. All right, let's go on. Spencer says that you nailed it.
Just think about it.
Spencer says you nailed it when he's talking about his.
Well, it wasn't me. I would just tell you what
falling
I felt.
Downs.
That's what I felt.
And Chandra says, you guys are so awesome. It's been a couple years since I've caught you.
I'll try to run slower. I'm older now. She can catch me easier.
Yeah. V has a question. She says, will all the background checks go through with the shore agency so I can start working? I keep seeing the word Thursday, and then I see the word Friday right after it. And I'm going to say yes, 7 to 10 days. So this is Saturday. So maybe Thursday or Friday of next week, it gets done. And then maybe you start working or get notified within another 3 or 4 days after that.
I'm still on Henry Tyler.
No.
It says on there, not everybody will receive messages, which you have to put. But can you imagine how that would go if we did that? Why is that so hot right there?
Because I had my cup sitting there.
As far as the background check, I think it doesn't feel like there's going to be any big things you got to jump through. I think it doesn't feel bad to me. I think it's going to be a little iffy for a minute, but I think I'm not feeling bad about it.
Okay. Now, Terry's been looking for a house for a while. There's one that this person wants very badly, but it's not on the market. It has to go through inspections.
Where are you reading that?
Right there, where it's whited out. And
Oh,
here's the thing, Terry. I think I have a solution for you. Go. You said there's a new place I really love, but it's still waiting for inspection. Go make an offer on it pending inspection
mm,
and passing all requirements. Then you've got the house locked up.
that's a good one.
Okay. And you can do it pending inspection and certification. So, and any real estate agent can write that for you. So that might be your thing that you should do as far as being able to move soon. Well, like you said, you won't move soon, but you'll have the place locked up that it's going to be yours. But
And that also gives him the right, if he finds something later, he can back out.
mhm,
Or she can back out. I can't remember if Terry's a girl or a guy. I
I
can't
don't
remember.
remember. So there's, but I back out because I felt I'd find a better place. If you really want that house, write it up pending. They will do that. If they want $10 for the house and you write it up for $10.50, they're probably going to accept it.
And as far as you might find a better place, then you should take a realistic look, not just look at the house. All the people look at the house. You got to look at the neighborhood around you. Go upstairs and look out your windows. What do you look at in the neighbor's backyard? Look and see if everything around you is the way you want it too. Look at the crime report. Look at how the people keep the other houses up. Try to get away from just looking at that house. People do that.
Well, here's Terry's other comments before it's on the market. So I'm kind of waiting for that new place to be on the market. And it's hard because I've been backing out because houses nowadays are crazy expensive. Yeah. So if you want,
you have to wait for it to get on the market to go.
no, that's what I'm saying. Go and put an offer on it and offer pending. I've seen people. We did it. We bought a house pending sale of our house, and we had like 90 days to sell it. And once it was sold, bam, our deal went through. So
I don't even know if they do that anymore.
Yeah, I'm sure they
that?
do.
You can buy a house pending on you selling of your house.
Yeah,
some do, some don't now, I think.
Oh, I know, but I'm sure they still do.
Well, they might. I don't know.
Josie says, here, I'll put it on the screen. I'm concerned about my sister who lives alone in rural eastern Washington. Her son lives in Linwood, but is busy and is probably in denial of her condition. Sure, because he's afraid. She uses her phone to watch TV and doesn't want to move. Well, people get settled in, and that's their place. That's their comfort zone.
But she doesn't want to give up her life because that is her life. Too bad she can't get some help.
Maybe you can, I was going to say, find somebody over there where she is who can check on her from time to time.
And I wonder if she's disabled or something, or can't work. She's sick, or that's what it feels like to me anyway. Look and see if she qualifies for free phone service or free television, or and then get her a television so she don't have to watch it on her phone.
In the state of Washington, DSHS has what's it called? Geez, I used to work for them. What's it called? Senior things.
Oh.
For seniors. Anyhow, aging and adult services. And
is it free?
Some of it, and they will send out people to check on their welfare of people. If they're living in conditions that aren't good, they will make recommendations or sometimes take action and say, you got to move.
Or maybe her son and her could pay for somebody to come in 2 or 3 times a week and do the dishes, clean the house, or
they have services that will do those kind of things.
Yeah.
You might want to get that started for her.
It might cost a little bit, but if the two of them split the thing, it's not that bad.
Well, and they have meal deliveries and things like that. So I would look into that if you're concerned about it.
Yeah.
There's some help you could find her. I'd just start with DSHS.
I think before I did that, I'd talk to her and say, is this where you want to be? Maybe she hasn't voiced her opinions. Find out what her opinions are, what her wants and desires are, and see if she's okay living that way. If not, say we have options. But I mean, you can't just do things to her without her knowing about it. So you got to find out her wishes first.
Donna's got with
So
us.
that'll bite you in the butt if you try to do it the other way around.
Donna joined in.
Oh,
She says, should I use my house for a rental property? You know,
boy, there's two ways of looking at that. There's like, yeah, there'd be extra money, but then if they wreck it, how much money are you going to put out to fix it before you can rent it again? To me, that would be a headache. I'd rather sell it and take the money and put it in the bank.
yeah,
But that's just me. It's not a psychic hit.
The only way you should do that, Donna, if you decide to do it, and is with using a property management company, and they take part of the rent, their percentage of it, but do that, and then they can keep an eye on things and pre-screen people to move in, making sure they're not the kind that are just going to tear a house up and leave in 30 days.
But who is responsible if they do tear the house up?
Well, she would be.
Yeah, so.
But the whole point is that they take care of everything, collecting the rent, sending you the money, and then if things need to be upgraded or fixed or whatever, repaired, then they notify you and they handle that part for you too. So that's what I would think about. But should you do it is
basic question for me is, why does she even consider it?
Personally, I would tell you that you would be better off to sell the house and put the money into some type of an investment
or take a vacay.
And even draw from it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's what I would do. I wouldn't go the route of long-term rental.
Why is it you want to hang on to the house? That's the question. You figure that out, you'll have the answer. Mm-hmm. Debbie says Tyler seems good and genuine. So is Teresa Caputo. Oh yeah, we read that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't worth the money. Well, see, that's just it. When they get that big, then they got to charge that kind of money. I'm not saying that they're all in it for the money. When they get that big, they have to do that. And if that's how they make their living, then they have to charge exorbitant prices for a class or for anything. But I don't know. You have the ability, fine tune it and hone it. I don't think you need to pay big bucks and spend that kind of stuff to get that. I really don't. And I'm not saying that they don't help people.
Yeah.
Because I know they do. But
here's something from
we just see it from a different standpoint.
Sarah says, hi, how are you guys doing? I was wondering if you could let me know what job will come through for me. I just want a career and feel confused about which way to go. That's too many variables to say what job will come through for you. But if you can tell us what your specialty is, what your experience, what you know, your passion, then we can kind of get into that a little bit. But I want to know, my question is, before I want to answer that to you, is what are you trying? Are you applying, and how often are you applying? Are you following up with applications with phone calls? Because remember, the squeaky wheel gets the grease.
I want to know, what is your passion? What would get you to want to get up every morning, get dressed, and go out the door looking forward to the day? Yeah. Because that's the career you want. You don't want something that's just going to pay the bills and it's whole hum, and you're not happy there and the people suck, and you don't want that.
Yeah, let us know that, and then we can try to work on an answer for you.
And do you want one that's 12 months a year, or you want to get something like it worked in the school district where you work 9 months and get three months off? How committed are you, I guess?
Boy, here's like 4 questions from Terry.
Okay.
It says, good afternoon. I was wondering if my mom had something to say to me. So first of all, we need to know her first name.
I don't remember her mom's first name.
And second, Terry is a he.
I know that. I meant the mother's name. Her first name.
And he says, what does my next job look like for me? And then down here, will I be moving sometime soon? Those are
Terry. Okay.
those. As far as what does your job look like, I'll say the same thing to you that I said about to Terry. I need to know what you're trying to get into, what you're looking at, that kind of thing. Um,
Can I answer that?
yeah,
Because when you were talking, I was thinking about that question. It came in my mind, and I know it's not me thinking, but it came into my mind. Have you ever thought about teaching, like at a community college or technical school? Because you'd be good at it.
that's a good point.
For
Yeah.
some reason, I think the knowledge that you have, you could give to somebody else, and it'd be the teaching aspect. You wouldn't be doing the actual work.
Her name is Roxine.
That's right. I could not remember her name. I remember what she looked like, Ma Kettle, but I couldn't remember her name. Um,
So the question was, does my
do you have any message for him?
where'd you see that? Oh, it had something to say to me.
No, same thing.
And this is, I'm going to sum this up. What I'm getting from her, Terry, is you make your own luck. Okay, we make our own luck, and that's only because we start the process, or we start getting involved in making things happen for ourselves. Waiting for someone to bring it to you or for something to happen, that's a waste of people's time. I don't understand how people.
Where did you get that thing from? I
What?
mean, the answer you're giving, and what reference to what question did you get that from?
Does my mom have anything to say to me?
Oh, so the mother's saying that.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Is to start making your own luck or making things happen for yourself. And that would apply to this question of what does my next job look like?
You got to look outside the box.
And will I be moving sometime soon? I think that you're going to find a place that it's going to be cheaper to live in, and you need to take a good look at it. It might not be exactly what you want, but if you want to go cheaper, then that would be it's an opportunity that's going to be there. So
I think he's going to be moving too. But I think it's in reference to the job. Whether he moves closer to where there's a some kind of technical school or community, college or whatever. But I mean, you have a lot of talent, and you need to show it to someone. You do, and teaching would be a great way to do that. I would look into that. I really would.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good thing.
And I don't think it's so much you have to move. I think you will want to move. So a move is possible, but there's free will and free choice in there.
And I want to tell you this too, Terry, when she looked at me and started saying these things, she was dead serious. This is like, this was her coming through.
And that's why
the way she was.
I really think being a 2-day relationships, that's with him and himself.
Yeah.
He's waiting for someone to give him the okay or to push him, and he needs to push himself forward now. It's time to move forward. The rhodonite and the snowflake obsidian is one way of saying, okay, you may have been in a hole emotionally and whatever else, physically, whatever, but it's time to say, okay, I've had the pity party. This is the way it is. I know it's the way it is, and I can live with this. I just got to find a way to do it. And it doesn't stop me from doing what I love. I may have to change the way I do it, but I can still do it. And so it's saying, love yourself enough and respect yourself enough to realize you're not done yet, and you can do and you should do what you can do to make the world a better place.
Yeah.
But you got to be the one to move it. You got to move forward.
Yeah. Terry says, I have a felony, so I'm limited to what I can do. Okay. But you might be limited to what you can do in other people's eyes, but you also have the ability, like your mom said, you make your own luck.
Yep.
You make things happen for yourself. And that's where you have to go with that.
So I don't know if that would affect like a community college. I mean, we went to a community college and taught a 101 psychic class.
Yeah.
I mean, could he get involved in a community college and say, I want to teach carpentry, or I want to teach cabinet making, or I don't know what the legal thing is with that. If not, what about starting your own little thing?
See, there you go. Making your own luck again.
just have, I mean, you may only have 2, 3, 4 people in that class, but charge to actually teach them cabinetry. I mean,
Hmm.
you got to think outside the box.
Yeah.
I would think you have all the tools. You must have people of interest out there that would want to learn those kind of things, maybe for their own place or maybe for a job opportunity. But that doesn't limit you. You only that's something society has put on you, which you have to live with, but you can work around it.
Right.
Think about outside the box.
Don't hold yourself
That
back
doesn't
because
tell me who you are. It tells me you're imperfect, and every human is imperfect. We've all made mistakes.
sure.
I may have just made one by talking about Henry Tyler Henry. I don't know. But I'm gonna have to live with it. So you gotta live with it. But don't let that tell you who you are, because it's not. I mean, you have so much to offer. Don't let anybody tell you different.
Yeah, definitely.
So if you can't do it
And this,
one way, you take a side road and you go another way.
right. And now I got a message for Donna
Okay.
from Spencer and Crystal.
Mhm.
Spencer says renters have all the rights and owners have to bend to the new regulations. And Crystal says locks don't keep government criminals out and from stealing things.
Well, that's true.
And so what I'm saying is you could do it. It would be income. You don't want to do it by yourself if you do.
Yeah.
But if you're going to do anything, your better bet would be to sell the place and just put the money into an investment.
Yeah.
And then draw from
I
it if you
agree.
wanted to.
Not only that, I'm definitely rent. Spencer's right. But you can be paying the rent and be a class 1 A1 renter.
Yeah.
And still be doing illegal things inside that house.
Absolutely.
And then the owner's liable.
Mm-hmm.
In this day and age, it's risky.
Here, Katrina's with us,
Okay.
her and Will.
Hi.
And Katrina says, will I be doing anything exciting for my birthday on the 19th?
Well, happy birthday.
I don't know. What do you got planned? So that's like saying, is the sun going to come out?
The sun going to come out tomorrow.
Someplace, yeah, the sun's going to come out. But where will you be? Will you be up on top of Mount Rainier in the winter and it's snowing and you can't see the sun? Or are you going to be out in the valley where it's nice and pretty? And there's, I don't know. I can't answer that. Will you be doing anything exciting for my birthday? That's up to you. But I don't see anything that holding you back. It doesn't, like if you plan to go to the Taj Mahal, I mean, that's going to cost you a few bucks and you might not have that much money to do, but you can also plan something local.
Well, I'm saying if she doesn't have anything exciting to do, you should do something exciting.
Mm-hmm.
It's your birthday. Birthdays are important. And your life path number or your personal number for this year, which is your month, your day, and the year we're in, 2025, is a master number, 22. So that's telling me you can build things, you can think into the future and put out there what you really want to do. And it's working on relationships like 100 times magnetized.
Magnetized?
Magnified. Thank you. That too. Well, it's that other too. It's going to come to her big time. Shut up. Anyway, you were supposed to do really big things this year in the way of building for your future, being the visualizationalist. I made that word up too.
Okay, I think she's got the idea. Shall we move on?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
But anyway, so make this day special. Go out and do something exciting. Whether to you it's sitting on the beach looking at the waves or going out and discoing,
You are so much like your dad.
And I'm proud of it.
Who was that comedian that used to make words up as he spoke? What the heck was his name? He was funnier. Jackie something, wasn't it? No, it was the other guy. He was funnier than hell.
Professor, whatever his name was.
Professor something.
Irwin Corey. Professor Irwin Corey.
Irwin Corey, yeah. Oh, my God. Okay, so let's go
it works
to
in my world.
Josie says that her sister gets oriented. She'll tell a story, what she did. And when she talks to her other sister, she changes the story. She was a nurse and she says she's okay and doesn't need help. Yeah, those are usually the people that need the help.
Ones. Yeah. Well, then you need to have a come to Jesus meeting with her You might even want to take somebody along.
She won't listen. She's still free sound. They will say she's got a sound mind and she's free to
Well,
whatever in 21. But the whole thing is this, is that you can go to the state DSHS, you can go to the county, and sometimes cities have
yeah,
those
but if she thinks she's
programs.
fine, she won't accept any of that.
Okay, but
So in that case, it comes back to her and her son being okay with what's going on because they can't help her if she don't want help.
and you know what? She might just be fine.
Yeah.
And not need help.
Yeah.
She might be walking from one room to the other, and that's the way she lives.
Yeah.
But the whole point is she's fine with it. And until she can't take care of herself, there's
Yeah.
nothing we can do because it bothers us. Yes, we want to see people doing better, but sometimes that's what they want. So but
Yeah.
I would check with Aging and Adult Services with the state first.
But understanding all that, you have to then be okay with yourself of accepting it the way it is and not feeling guilty, not feeling like you should do something, not feeling like you're not doing what you should be doing. You've got to come to terms with it
All right.
because it'll drive you nuts if you don't.
V has a question. This is a good one. You're the dream lady.
Well, tell me.
I had a dream last night with my estranged little sister. In the dream, she was introducing me to her newly born child who was a paraplegic in the dream.
Yeah.
Why did I have this dream? Because you were sleeping is why you had the dream. No, she's figuring that out.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a long one. I don't know. You want me to try to figure it out now? Or I could text it to her later.
Yeah, do that. You can text it to her later.
Okay. And who was
V,
this?
V Hernandez. She's on Facebook.
Okay.
We'll find you. Are you friends with her on Facebook?
I don't know.
Go find her or Psychic Spectrum and give a friend request, and then she can send it to you.
Either that or contact me on the website and I can send it back to her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go to psychicspectrum.com and fill out a contact message, and then I'll have the info to send it back to you.
Terry says he was thinking about starting to make furniture
There
at
you
some
go.
point. That would be good,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't go into it too far without making some samples and finding some places that might want to sell it.
Mhm.
You could actually go to a furniture factory
Mhm.
and it wouldn't be your furniture, but it would be something along those lines.
Or he could go to a place.
Temporary.
We have some places here that actually you could have your own little spot inside of a building and buy from there.
Yeah. He just said when I get a shop set up.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, and don't think, oh, I should have done it. It's never going to get done. Do it baby steps, one step at a time. It'll happen. It will. You've got to focus and you've got to make a plan, and then you got to do the plan.
Yeah. And Sarah says my birthday is on the 16th, also on the borderline of 40, almost going to be 40, but so feeling way confused.
Well, this is a perfect personal year for her to have brand new beginnings. So that's telling me you might have a lot of different job opportunities, a lot of irons in the fire, but you're going to not finish them all. And that's okay. You're going to figure out what works and what don't work and what you're interested in and what you're not interested in. So this whole year is going to be you being able to figure it out. So I love brand new beginnings because a lot of new opportunities come in and a lot of new ways of looking at things. Brand new people come into your life. Situations will come in. Some you'll like, some you won't. But the whole thing about having a lot of irons in the fire is that you'll be busy and you'll figure it out what it is you want to put your time on and what it is you'll never finish. It's kind of like having a craft room.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of crafts you don't finish because you lose interest, which is okay.
Terry T says I'm from Taiwan. I'm a guy here.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm an introvert, feeling shy about connecting with people.
Mm-hmm.
I know a few Terrys watching the show.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and we do get so many Terrys. We have several friends named Terry,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like we're trying to remember who's who.
Yeah,
and some of them are female.
Some are girls and some are guys. Yeah.
So Donna said, thank you. You're welcome. Mort says, please, what's my life number?
Well, that's an 8. That's a 10.
So he's not
10 is 20.
yeah, he's a Pisces.
10,
What's
8,
my
9,
life
10,
number?
11, 20, 27. You're a 9 life path, which in this year, this world number year, 2025 is a 9 year. So not only is what's happening this year to you, it may hit you really harder than other people in a way, but it's all about endings and beginnings. So if you look back over what's been going on for you, the past, what, 70 to 2025, how many years is that?
70 to 25? 55
years. 55 years. Look at all the things in your life that have ended and the new things that you've always started. So there's a lot of endings and beginnings, and you'll be doing that your whole lifetime. So the more you get used to it, the easier it'll be to do. And then when you look back, you can see why that ended, and that had to end for this to begin. It's not necessarily a bad thing.
And Terry, the furniture maker, says I would start small. Good. That'd be your way to do it.
Yes.
Find
Baby steps.
Find your niche.
Yep.
And as far as what you would make, who the sellers would be, who would take it on consignment or buy it from you, whatever the case is.
Mm-hmm. And you might want to see what's hot. What is it people are looking for?
Yeah.
You know?
And Josie says, thank you. That makes so much sense. V says, okay, she'll do that through the Facebook.
Okay. Yeah.
She says, my guess is I still worry about her even though we're estranged.
Oh,
sure.
I'm sure you do.
Sure you do.
Yeah, I'm sure
I have sisters I haven't talked to in 20 years, over 20 years. And I still think about them and I'm concerned.
Just thinking in my mind that stuff that comes in and her saying what she said, that could be just the fact that maybe the sister is having another child or has had one, and that she's paraplegic because there's not going to be any movement on that. She's never going to meet her. She's not going to be introduced to her. She can't be around her. That could be all that it's trying to say.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything super bad going on. I think that just it's kind of a symbolic thing of they're estranged. She's got family, but you can't be there. You can't be around the child. So
Mort says, thank you so much. I understand. And another Terry Gordon.
This one does art, right?
Yes.
Okay, I got that one right.
Another Terry here with an I, and nothing wrong with Pisces. My turn on the 20th.
Nothing wrong with Pisces.
So she's going to be a birthday girl on the 20th of March.
Okay, well, you've got 9 for the world year this year, 2025, and then 320 is a 5, so that's a 14. 1 and 4 is 5. So this whole year, you're going to be doing transformations. You're going to be having changes happen in your life. There's going to be travel, be a lot of stress around that, but you'll be able to handle it. And 5s are all about change and transformation. So don't hold on to things so much. Don't be stubborn and not want to change or move or see things in a different light. Be more fluid so you can do it a lot easier and create less stress.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I got a question for everybody. We've done through all of our questions. I have a question for you guys.
Okay.
Are you buying this story that's on the news now about Gene Hackman and his wife, the way they died and the explanation for it? Are you guys buying this? So
we gotta do jokes.
Huh?
It's joke time.
I know, but it's like,
oh, you want to know? Okay.
Yeah. Terry Gordon says, beautiful. Thank you. And Sarah says also, thank you so much. Was there a message from my grandma, Susie? Susie. Sarah, Susie.
Well, it saddens her that there is a rift going on in the family.
No, who are you talking to?
Sarah.
What family rift?
I don't know. I just heard that she's sad there's a family rift. That's all.
Oh.
That's all. And but there's nothing you can do about it. So just, go on and do what you're doing and just don't even worry about it. Maybe I should have said it, but that's what I heard.
Okay.
She's sad there's a family rift.
I don't get anything on it from Susie. So, and then maybe that's because that's what she's supposed to hear.
I don't know.
And there might not be a rift right now, but right now doesn't mean.
Well, it feels like there's maybe she may not have heard about it yet.
Yeah.
But I think there's something going on that in my mind, because I heard the words, she's saddened by a rift. in the family. That's what I heard.
Mhm.
So
Josie says that it's still very suspicious. And Debbie says, shame on Hackman's kids and grandkids for not checking up on a 95-year-old is all I can think. Yeah, I agree with both of you guys, but I want to say this, that I'm not buying their explanation. Something's telling me that this is a cover-up of some sort for whatever reason. And Josie says, especially what the dog also did. Yeah, the dog went to the vet. Okay, fine, but the dog was in the cage. Why would they keep the dog in a cage? And okay, if she
and there was another dog running
running
around.
around, if she died and he from hantavirus and he died a week later.
No, she died first.
So I said, if she died from
Oh, sorry.
hantavirus, he died a week later. Why were there? And he didn't realize he's that far out of it that there's pills all around her on the floor and where she was laying. And like you said this morning, and he got up every day and got dressed and went out walking
They had to eat.
and he had to eat, and
Plus-
he didn't notice that she was dead.
Plus,
No,
if she
doesn't make
got that
sense.
from rats, why didn't he get it? If they lived in the same house,
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't. 2 and 1's not
4.
making sense to me. But then what do I know?
Yeah.
How do you spell paraplegic?
P-A-R-A.
Oh, me. Okay, I got that.
P.
Of course, if I turn the page, I might find it.
Why don't you do that later?
Paraple, P-L-E, right?
I don't know.
Has to be.
But we got time for other stuff.
Oh, just hang on. I almost got it, I think. No, I don't. Okay, I'll look later. Anyway, you know what?
It's time for Sha'ron's Joke of the Week.
Yay.
I want you to know, you know it's been a long winter when your leg hairs have split hairs. Women would understand that joke.
Leg hairs have split hairs?
That's been a long winter.
Don't get it. Leg
They don't
hairs.
shave their legs in the winter. The leg hairs had split hair. I'll explain it later, dear.
Okay.
Anyway, at my funeral, I've been talking to you about this. I want you to take the bouquet off the coffin and throw it out into the crowd and say, who's next?
I can do that. I would probably call my sisters to the funeral, though, for that. So they could catch it. So can't do that.
Moving right along. Well, Skip was at the doctor the other day, and the doctor came in and said, looks like you're in really good shape. And Skip said, yeah, just yesterday I walked 3 miles through the woods, walked along a lake, and slid down a sandy slope. And the doctor said, that's great. You must be a great outdoorsman. And he says, no, I'm just a lousy golfer.
Debbie says, ha 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 ha.
I got one I found that
Wendy
I saved.
says it was a staged scene. And we kind of thought that too for a while. We're not saying we're not thinking that anymore either. With the door being open and
There's a lot of
the
things that don't make
gardeners
sense to
coming
me.
around, I just, nothing's adding up.
Okay, so I found this, and now the only trouble is I can't find it now. So hang on.
Jam says, I agree. I'm not buying the story either. And Sarah gave you
Oh.
laughing faces with crying and ha ha.
Oh, don't tell me.
It just doesn't make sense to me.
Now I saved it. Oh, I bet you. Never mind. I bet I saved it. Hang on. I saved it. I did. I know exactly where I put it.
Do you ever hear
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
This is for you, Skip. I love you more today than I did yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday you got on my nerves. But
I wasn't
anyway,
even here. I was gone all day.
A German man jumped in the freezing water to save a dog.
Yeah.
Afterwards, he said, here is the dog. Keep him warm. He will be fine. And the person said, are you a vet? And he said, vet, I'm completely soaked.
Mm-hmm.
And that and $4.95 will get you a cup of coffee.
What does this button have? Oh,
Another
another-
crowd.
I like this one. And what do we have here? Mort laughing faces, JM laughing faces.
Vet, I'm soaked.
So did I say hi to everybody up here? Yes.
did we?
Here,
Okay.
here, and here. Yes, we got everybody covered. So, because some people are up here, but they don't check in on the side
Oh, wait a
with
minute.
their name.
Sarah says there's a whole lot of what? Riffs?
Where are you
maybe?
reading this?
Sarah.
There's a whole lot.
Yeah.
Rifts.
Yeah.
Rifts in
Yeah.
the family.
So
yeah.
that, that's what I heard. So
Okay.
it'll be interesting. I mean, maybe they did that, like you said, because he was such a well-known and loved person. They don't want to put a,
Mhm.
I don't know.
Terry said, the other Terry, the furniture and
The
cabinet, maker,
Terry.
says the whole space heater story doesn't make sense in a house like that. Who needs a space heater?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I wonder, since he had Alzheimer's, and I think I read somewhere he had dementia or starting of it or something. I'm wondering if he didn't have an episode and didn't realize what he was doing and just kind of had a fight and threw her down or whatever. And I don't know. I think there's something else that I don't think we'll ever really know. I don't. But anyhow, Sarah said, yes, drama. Okay. All right. See, I got to go with what I heard. So if you would move that so I can read what.
I got a hacker. I'm writing the
Okay.
name down to block them.
Oh, that's the one I was going to read. Oh, it's a hacker. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. By the way, it's another good reason we should update that. If you ever get anybody that says, message me, I have something to tell you, or says, hello, dearie, or whatever, we will never do that. Even if it's got our picture and our name, Psychic Spectrum, do not fall for it. It is a scam. We never do that. You contact us. We never contact you.
Do you know it's been an hour and a half?
And look how much fun we had.
And we got to go.
Oh, I got to get ready for dinner.
Yeah, we're going dinner tonight. If you're local to us and you want to join us, go to Table 47 in Gig Harbor. It's just the second exit across the bridge
At 5
from
o'clock.
Tacoma. It will be there at 5. You'll find us in the restaurant with a group of probably 10, 12 people.
Never know, but we have a nice group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crystal says thanks and have a good night.
Oh, we were going to
tonight.
try. And you do the same, Crystal.
Yeah. You
To
guys.
all of you out there, all have a good weekend, what's left of it.
And what's our motto? Or
It's such a wonderful world. Love you,
Yep.
Mom and Dad.
you guys have a good one, and we'll see you probably Tuesday
Tuesday.
with Matt Shea,
Oh, yeah.
our man on the streets,
on the
another
street.
haunted place.
Woohoo.
So we'll see you guys then. Okay, so have a good one.